y'all earlier. If we get embarrassed on Thursday night prime time, I was going to be ignorant on this podcast. Matter of fact, the Saints just lost 31-24 against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the Superdome. This game looked like the Saints was going to be another repeat of bad offense, which it was for most of the game until the fourth quarter. They decided to, I guess, wake up for the season, but they fall to 3-4. And I got a little stuff to talk about as I was at work for the first 3 quarters of this game, but we're still going to talk about it because I watched the majority of it. And they scored 20. But I don't care. Foster Monroe, we're going to talk about this, get this out the way right now. What were you doing? Ball off your hands, and then right there. And once he dropped the ball, I knew they wasn't getting on fourth down. And another fourth down play call against a blitz, the same thing they did last week. A fade to the end zone. Chris Olave one-on-one. He's damn near out of bounds, and you throw a fade to him. I don't get it. With the game on the line to force the game into OT, because if the Saints would have scored, I wanted them to go for 2 because I couldn't take another quarter of watching that offense. Even though they got it, they got some things humming in that fourth quarter. Now, let's talk about this offense before the fourth quarter. Horrible in the red zone. Once again, the Saints had 6 fourth downs this game. They went 4 for 6. That tells you it took them 6 times, 4 downs to get a first down. What is the offense doing? Like, oh my God, Pete Carmichael is just a play caller with the game on the line. It's so horrible. Tyrann Mathieu one-on-one gets cooked in a slot against Christian Kirk. I mean, I think he just decimated Tyrann Mathieu because that's what they call an inside zig. If y'all play Madden, y'all run a zig to the outside. That's a zig to the inside. Boom, boom, like a option route or some type shit. But, man, 24-31. But it's time for me to get down to real business now. Dennis Allen, he did some things out of the sort that out of the normal that wasn't working. Once again, going for on fourth downs. I love it. Go for it on fourth down. Your offense needs a boost. Do that. Alvin Kamara was wonderful. Now, Pete Carmichael drew up a great play. You can't say anything. You cannot say anything about the play he drew up. Oh, yeah, I know it's late. I worked the double today. But the play he drew up after the goal line timeout, beautiful. Beautiful. Had an underneath route and had Monroe running a corner route to the corner route at the pylon. He just dropped the ball, and that was the Saints' hopes of winning this game. But they gave the fans some false hope that they could win this game. But I'm still on the same train. This team don't have the sense of urgency that they had. I love the no huddle, what they was doing. These are things they can build on from this game because this is probably the best team they're going to play this year, the Jaguars. And I got something to say about this Saints defense. They cannot contain mobile quarterbacks. It's been a problem all year. Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence. I'm thinking about the other teams we played. It can't come to my head right now. But the Saints are not athletic enough, especially on the D-line, to handle mobile quarterbacks, or mobile, however you want to say it. They cannot handle them because when they're manning up, it happened too many times over this year so far. It's no one who can keep contained, who can make a one-on-one tackle with a quarterback. It's just not there. So I think they need to ease up off the man coverage because, once again, penalties. Penalties kill the Saints in amazing situation. Third down situation, they get killed with penalties. I think they had a stat on what the Saints had like 14 pass interference, holding, and illegal contact. That's just too much. Like on big plays, big downs, those kill They was killed. But shout out, even though the Jaguars scored 31 points, shout out to the Saints defense because they gave the Saints offense time after time. It is hard going out there. I just know it's hard going for the Saints defense going out there after what the offense do constantly. Drive after drive after drive, just put, turnover on down. It gotta be tiring. It's tiring looking at the offense we have. We finally got some offense where we can look at it and be like, that's how this offense is supposed to look with the 3-play drive to Taysom and 2 to Michael Thomas for the touchdown. That last drive, when it stalled out on the 4th down, you cannot blame nobody on this drive except for that last play call. What the Saints tend to do when somebody blitzes them on a 3rd down or on a big down. It's like, hey, Kamara picks up the blitzer, another blitzer is coming, Derek Carr fades and just throws the ball up to the end zone. It happened 4 times last week. Not even 4 times Sunday. It happened. Throw the ball up 4 times to the end zone against the Texans. Now, fourth and goal in the red zone, which the Saints have been horrible in the red zone the whole season. They're driving the ball and then stall out. It's just 3-4 right now. It might be that type of season, y'all. With the softest schedule in the league. Gave away a 17-0 lead against the Green Bay Packers. I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off, but if y'all would have caught me about 5 to 7 years ago when I really used to let the Saints wins and losses throw my emotions for a whole fit, like for the whole day, a regular season game ain't gonna ruin my day. Life's great. I ain't gonna let the Saints ruin my night. I'm saying day, night. Whenever y'all watch this, if y'all watch this in the morning or if y'all watching this tonight, because I'm uploading this tonight, I cannot let the Saints swing my mood. But I'm gonna tell you this much: if they're gonna trot what they trot out on the field, it was good things to take away from this game. I will say that. But that drop Foster Monroe, please. I can't say nothing about it. But one thing I gotta say, all that holding your head down on the sideline and all the teammates doing all that ain't helping nothing. Get over it, move on to the next thing. Y'all got a mini bye. We won't see y'all for about 10 days, and I think that's good because I don't need to hear us see nothing from the Saints for these next 10 days until they play Sunday, whoever they play, which is soft. I think they got the Bears coming up, the Vikings. It's just horrible. And as I'm watching the game, Derek Carr, all these hissy fits you throwing on the field, reaching and grabbing for something. If you're not coming out the game, I don't want to see you keep reaching for something after you throw an incomplete pass. Because every time you throw in a complete pass, I don't see you reaching for a goddamn thing. The underthrow with Shaheed, that could have been a damn touchdown. When you scrub it out, you got away from the sack. You scrub it out, you throw it. Nothing's wrong with you until you see the pass incomplete. You fall down to your damn knees. I don't want to hear all this fussing. I don't want to hear all these fits you've been throwing the whole year. Get the job done. Now, today, I can't say too much about you because, like I said, Foster Monroe dropped the ball. You threw a perfect ball. He just dropped it. So I can't say nothing about that. But I don't want to see none of that from my quarterback who's supposed to be a leader, who's the $150 million guy that they just picked up. I don't want to see all these fits throwing all that. If you're not proven, you haven't won anything, you haven't won anything for the Saints, stop throwing hissy fits. We expect better play from everybody. And it starts with you. You throwing hissy fits, doing all that on the sideline, grabbing for an injury here and there. If you're not coming out the game, I won't see it. Because all that it's going to be is an excuse. He was hurt. He was injured. He did it. Oh, he wasn't fully healthy. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't. I'm a little under the weather and everything. Y'all got me worked up about these Saints, but I'm going to have a good night. I'm going to sleep good tonight. Even if the Saints win or lose. I'm going to hold my wife. I'm going to hold my baby girl. And we're going to go to sleep. No matter the outcome. But 3-4 it is against the Jaguars. Lost against Trevor Lawrence on a sprained knee. Trevor Lawrence ran the ball better than damn knee passed it. Trevor Lawrence would have had about 100. I think he had 205 yards. What did I? He had 205 yards, but he just picked up a big chunk of that with the Christian Kirk run after catch. It was about a 5-yard pass, and Christian Kirk did the rest. Horrible tackling. Not sick yet, but y'all see what I'm doing. I'm not wearing no Saints jersey until they show me something. I promise you. The next week, they should run more no huddles. The offensive line looked at okay, I'll say, with 2 backups. Cam Irvin off the practice squad and Andrews Pete back in his position that he was supposed to be, that he was drafted from Stafford. Didn't do too bad, you know. Didn't do like I said at the beginning. If you go, get out there and block somebody. Put a hat on a hat. But once again, none of this matter. I don't care about no moral victories. The Saints should walk away because they scored some points. They did this. I don't care about none of that. You did get the win at home against a injured quarterback. Starting quarterback out. I don't want to hear none of it. All I know is the Saints are 3-4, and they beat the Patriots 34-0. That was a fluke. I tweeted that game. Is the Patriots this bad or the Saints a good team? Now, I think both can be true. I think the Saints could be a good team, but I know the Patriots are a bad team. Top 3 worst in the league. But the Saints, they have to get it together. Dennis Allen, Pete Carmichael, they have to make a decision because the offense shouldn't take 4 quarters to get rolling. So during this 10 days that the Saints have a break, a decision needs to be made on Pete Carmichael. Y'all know my decision. Most of everybody's decision is made for him as well. He needs to go. We need some new innovative stuff. Now, maybe we won't get it in season, but we need somebody else behind the play caller because it obviously it's not working. I already believe Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael's job is on the ropes this season anyway. If the Saints don't do anything significant, and making the playoffs is not significant for me. I need a playoff win. Dennis Allen, with that record he has as a head coach, I believe it's now 18-42. He needs a playoff run. My nose running, man. But I'm going to get out on that note because, like I said, a lot of cool things to take away from the Saints this 4th quarter because the Jaguars defense isn't a slouch. The defensive line is pretty tough. So the offense moved the ball. Took them long enough to do it, but they moved the ball. And, hey, they were a drop away from tying the game up. But I can't even say tying the game because Blake Grupe all of a sudden becomes iffy. You're not hiding Blake Grupe. You are not hiding. Do not miss any more kicks. Gimmies. Now, the 52-yarder, that was just a plain bad miss. Never was even close. Get it together, groupie. Because if you don't, like I said, they got 10 days. They might be holding kicker tryouts to bring somebody in to challenge you. Once again, Saints 3-4, man. They the first team to lose in the NFC South this week. Atlanta, Tampa Bay plays each other. Y'all might want to root for Atlanta because if the Bucks win, they probably have a 2-game lead, 2.5 probably game lead on the Saints. So I think this division is going to go down to the end, of course. But the Saints have a favorable schedule, but it's not looking favorable because, hey, not a good team right now, and the offense is pretty bad. So I'm out on that note. 3-4, Jaguars beat Saints in the Superdome, 3-4. 31-24. I'm sorry, but I'm out.